Welcome back to the class, students. Uh, Hope you're going through whatever the topics we are doing on the daily basis, and I hope you're able to understand the concept also. Even though it's a online class, okay, we are just doing the class just like what we do in a regular classroom. Okay, so it's just that you need to be serious about the class. Okay, sit and study. Clear? Okay, just let us quickly go through whatever we have done in the previous class. So in the previous class, what we started was something called binary operation. So what is a binary operation? So a quick recapitulation of whatever the things we have done in the previous class. So binary operation. So any operation star, if it has to be a binary operation on a non-empty set A, then for any two elements belongs to the given set, whenever star is applied between them, the resultant element also belongs to the same set. In such case, star will be called as a binary operation on the set A. Binary, the name itself suggests two elements. Clear? So I have given you an example also on natural numbers. Whenever you take any two natural numbers, add it, the resultant is still going to be natural number. And whenever you take two natural numbers and multiply, the resultant is still natural number. So addition and multiplication are called as binary operations on the set of all naturals. Similarly, on set of all integers. Now, what are the binary operations on set of all integers? So whenever I take two integers, addition of two integers is an integer, subtraction of two integer is an integer, product of two integer is an integer. But division is not going to be a binary operation because 1 and 2 are integers, but 1 by 2 is not an integer. Clear? So that's how an example on binary operation goes. So on this we have studied different types of binary operations. So types of binary operations. The first one is called commutative, right? So what is commutative? So consider A comma B belongs to the given set. Let me call the non-empty set as G. And if you are able to prove A star B equal to B star A, then we say that star is commutative. That means the binary operation is commutative. The next one, associative. So when I am starting associative, I should consider three elements from a non-empty set G. Then between them, you write A star B star C equal to A star B star C. If suppose we are associating B star C in the left side, then associate A star B on the right side. And after simplifying, if you are getting LHS equal to RHS, then we say that star is associative. That means the binary operation is associative. Then the third one, what's called as identity. For every element A belongs to the given set, if there exists a particular element, one element called as E belongs to the given set, such that A star E is equal to A is equal to E star A. If this one particular element behaves like this, then we say that the binary operation is the identity element exists. For an example, on the set of all integers, so what is 1 plus 0 will be 1, 2 plus 0, 2, minus 2 plus 0, minus 2. So this 0 is one particular element from the set of all integers. Whenever I added 0 with any other element, I will get back the same element. Now in such case, 0 is the identity element under addition on set of all integers. Clear? Right. So in the like way, if you want one more example for identity. So 1 multiplied by 1 will be equal to 1. 2 multiplied by 1 equal to 2. 3 multiplied by 1 equal to 3. 4 multiplied by 1 equal to, correct, right? So what can I say? This one particular element, which is from set of all natural number, will behave as the identity element under multiplication. Okay, so one particular element from the given set, whenever you multiply with any natural number, you will get back the same natural number. So that is the property A star E is equal to A is equal to E star A. So this particular element E will be called as the identity element. So apart from that, we have studied something called as inverse of an element. So for an element A belongs to G, there exists an element B belongs to G, such that when I operate these two, and if I am getting the identity element of the given set, and this should be equal to B star A. Remember, to find inverse, first I should know what is the identity. Okay, so far we have not worked any problem based on this inverse and identity. Now today's session is purely based on identity and inverse. So we'll work out few problems based on this. Okay, so after that we'll go back to the worked examples from the NCERT. So this is the thing what we have studied in the previous class, students. So till problem number 8 we have finished. Okay, now the next one, problem number 9. Let me start with problem number 9. So every time, see, the set is set of all rationals. On this there are 6 columns, and for all the 6 columns, what is that I need to check? I need to check for commutative and then associative. Okay, and after that okay, fine, these are the 2 things I have to verify. And in the next problem number 10 is actually based on the same problems that we will come back to later. So on this, let us select one of the problem. Okay, so first problem under this, A star B is equal to A minus B. So we need to check whether it's going to be commutative and associative. Clear? So to check for commutative, see, A star B is A minus B. What is B star A will be? B minus A. Is it possible to write A minus B equal to B minus A? That is nowhere possible. Therefore, A star B is not equal to B star A. Therefore, star is not commutative. Now, to check for associative, I told you write the property A star B star C equal to A star B star C. Then associate the elements like this. First apply for A star B. A minus B star C is equal to A star. Here apply for B star C, which is B minus C. So give the names for these two as I have told you in the previous class. X star C equal to A star Y. X star C, every time throughout this column, star will be replaced by A minus B. So this should be X minus C is equal to A minus Y. Substitute for X and Y. So what is X actually? A minus B. Right, and here it is A minus of B minus C. So notice LH is not equal to RHS, therefore star is not going to be associated. Okay, now let's go to the second problem. Under the second problem is A star B equal to A square plus B square. So check for commutative and associative. So let us check for commutative. So A star B is given as A square plus B square. What should be B star A? B star A should be B square plus E square, right? Now what is it you need to check whether A star B equal to B star A? Certainly A square plus B square equal to B square plus A square. It doesn't matter when we have addition, correct, right? So this clearly says that A star B is equal to B star A. Therefore star is commutative. It doesn't matter here, right? We have addition. Now let's move on to checking for associative. So associative says A star B star C equal to A star B star C. So let's write the association like this. A star B is A square plus B square star C equal to A star B square plus C square. So association means the bracket which are associated here. Now the definition should be applied for these two first, right? Okay. Now A square plus B square X star C equal to A star Y. So what is X star C? X square plus C square, and this will be A square plus Y square. Substitute for X and Y. So X is A square plus B square the whole square plus C square equal to A square plus B square plus C square. Certainly these two quantities can never be equal. Just expand and check if you want. So directly you can say this is not going to be associated. Fine, students. Now as we have done so many problems, okay, So I think by this time you are in a safe condition, a comfortable position to check and write how to start any properties. Okay, so let's move on to the next problem number 3 under this. On this problem number 3, a star b equal to a plus ab. Right, so we need to check for commutative and associative. So let us check for commutative first. A star b equal to a plus ab. What is b star a will be? B plus b, correct? Can I say these two quantities are equal now? No, certainly no. This is okay, b a fine. But these two are different elements, right? So certainly a star b not equal to b star a. Therefore, star is not commutative. See, practice, keep practicing in such a way that at the end of a few problems you should feel, I know the concept. Now, till you reach that statement, I know the concept, I can handle this. Keep practicing. Before practicing, don't ever say, I know. Practice enough number of problems, then come to a conclusion. Clear? Right. Now, let us check for associative. Says a star b star c equal to a star b star c. Clear? Now what is a star b? A star b is a plus ab star c equal to a star b star c b plus bc. So let's go with the names. X star c is equal to a star y, where x is this and y is this. Correct? Okay. X star c, x plus xc, a star y, a plus ay. Substitute for x and y. So what is x value? A plus ab plus, let's retain c, and x is a plus ab. And on the right side, a plus y. Y is b plus bc. Let's remove all the brackets by multiplying a plus ab plus ca plus abc, and on the right side a plus ab plus abc. Certainly you notice these two sides are not going to be equal, hence star is not going to be associated. Hope you're finding it easy, students. So with the hope that none of you are finding it difficult. Okay, so I'm continuing here. So as I said, any doubts, any clarification, yes, please call back us. Clear? Now let's move on to the next problem number 4 in this. A star b equal to a minus b the whole square. A star b equal to a minus b the whole square. So let us check for commutative. So commutative says a star b is a minus b the whole square. So what is b star a? B minus a the whole square. If you want, what is a minus b the whole square? A square plus b square minus 2ab, correct, right? And what is this? B square plus a square minus 2ba. Certainly these two are equal. You write a minus b the whole square or b minus a the whole square, both are going to be same. So you can come to a conclusion. Therefore, a star b is equal to b star a. Therefore, star is commutative. Right? Now let us check for associative. Now associative. So a star b star c equal to a star b star c. So let's apply the associative property. A star, what is b star c will be? B minus c the whole square equal to a minus b the whole square star c. A star b is a minus b the whole square. Now just like this is something like a star x is equal to y star c. So apply the property once again. A star x is a minus x the whole square and y star c should be y minus c the whole square. Now let's replace for x and y. A minus, so what is x value? X value was b minus c the whole square, and here what is the a y value? A minus b minus c the whole square. Now something like a minus b the whole square. Now let us expand. A square plus b square minus 2a into b minus c. A minus b the whole square expansion. And on the right side, a minus b the whole square plus c square minus 2c into a minus b. Certainly notice this and this both are not going to be equal. Hence we will conclude that star is not associated. Fine, students? Fine, students. Now let's move to the next. Problem number 5. So problem number 5 is given as A star B equal to AB by 4. A repeated one in the examination. Okay. So let us check for commutative. So what does commutative property says? A star B equal to AB by 4. And what does B star A will be? B star A will be BA by 4. Correct? Can I say these two are equal now? Of course they are equal. Now this suggests that A star B is equal to B star A. Therefore star is going to be commutative. Clear? It's quite easy to check commutative. Now let us check for associative. So associative property, A star B star C is equal to A star B star C. So let's write A star B star C by using this. B star C will be BC by 4 and A star B will be AB by 4 star C. See, I will assume always equal. Then at the end of the statement I will come to a conclusion. If whatever I get are equal, fine. If not, it's not going to be associated. So let's go for A star X is equal to Y star C. A star X by using the given definition, A X by 4, right? And Y star C should be Y C by 4. So let's replace X and Y values. A by 4, let's retain value of X, BC by 4. And here let me retain C by 4. I will substitute for Y. Y value is AB by 4. Just look at that. When I multiply, both sides will be ABC by 16. So since I am getting both the sides to be equal, come to a conclusion. Therefore star is going to be associated. Fine, students. Now the last problem under this topic. Problem number 6. A star B is equal to A B square. Then we have to verify for commutative and associative. So let's verify commutative property. So A star B is given as AB square. So what is actually B star A? If I write it, B star A by using this definition will be BA square. Is it possible to say AB square equal to BA square? That's nowhere possible. Hence A star B is not equal to B star A. Therefore star is not going to be commutative. Clear? Right. Now let's come to the next. The next one is called as associative property. So the property is A star B star C is equal to A star B star C. Sorry. Right. Now let us apply the definition. A star B star C. B star C by using this definition will be B C square. A star B will be A B square star C. So let's give the names for these two. A star X is equal to Y star C. A star X, again the same definition, A X square, and this will be Y C square. Substitute for X and Y. So what is the X value now? X value is we have here B C square, but it is square of that, right? And on the right side, Y value A B square multiplied by C square. So what happens to left hand side? The left hand side will be A B square C power 4 if I square these two. And on the right side will be A B square and C square. Can I say these two are equal? Nowhere. It is A B square, but here it is C power 4 C square. These two are not going to be equal. Correct? Hence I can come to a conclusion. Therefore star is not going to be associated. If you remember, student, we have done many problems based on this verification actually, right? If you remember the example number 2, right, in the exercise problem number 2, there were 6 problems and I explained you all the 6 how to solve it, okay? And now I explained even this also. So it's easy, you can just sit and just give a try, definitely you can learn. So I have for commutative and associative altogether these type of problems I explained you around 12 problems. You can manage with that. Clear? Okay, it's just a matter of time. Okay, once you start showing interest, okay, that I want to learn something, I want to study something, you will learn. Forcefully if you are sitting, okay, mom will scold or dad will scold, dad will keep telling or mom will keep telling, okay, let me sit. No, don't study at all in such way. right? Study for your sake, don't study it for someone else. Okay, so sit and practice. Definitely it's possible to learn. Fine students, problem number 9, all the 6 are over. Okay, now problem number 10. This is the problem which is purely based on finding identity element. So far we never did any problem based on identity element, correct, right? This is the one problem which is purely based on identity element. What they are telling is, find which of the following operations above as identity. That means you go back to problem number 9. For each one, check whether there exists identity. This is what we need to do. Okay, so if you want a brief introduction, if A star E is equal to A is equal to E star A, then E will be called as identity. I should check both the sides, not just any one side. Clear? Okay, you notice why I actually have to check both sides. Okay, so let us take first problem. The first problem is, remember students, problem number 10 is based on problem number 9. In problem number 9, for each of the 6, find out identity. That is the meaning. Clear? Right. So the first problem is A star B is equal to A minus B. Clear? So let me start with one of the side. So A star E is equal to A. I will start with this. I have to check both the ways. And E star A is equal to A. Right. So A star E, by using this definition, should be A minus E is equal to A. Eliminate A from both sides. Clearly E value will be equal to 0, which is a rational number. Remember, all the problems of 9 are based on rational numbers. Clear? Right. Now let's go here. E star A, E minus A, by using the definition given here, will be equal to A, or E is equal to 2A. Yeah, if A is a rational number, 2A is also a rational number. Let's agree. But here E it is 0 and here E is equal to 2A. This shows there exists two identity. Now identity has to be unique. So one set, one identity, that is the meaning. If you are getting two different identity, you just say that identity does not exist. That's it. So according to this definition, okay, on the set of rational number, identity element does not exist. If it exists, you simplify by using this or by using this. Both the case, it has to give me the same element. Hope it's fine, students.